We're being joined now by News Central correspondent in Casablanca, Onyinyechi Obaro. If you watch the game very closely, you might have picked out her bright pink, bright fuchsia jacket in the stand. So this is not the first time you're definitely seeing Onyinyechi on the screen today. But Onyinyechi, thank you so much for coming through tonight on Game On. I can tell you as a matter of fact that there is nothing but joy in the on the Nigerian streets now. The song is "Joy is Coming." Some say joy is almost here, but I want to know exactly how the Nigerian fans are feeling right now and the Nigerian players after what was a really good result today.
Thank you so much, Tunde. I would begin with the Nigerian fans. I wish we had connected before now, because they were on the streets of Casablanca here, rejoicing, celebrating. They were saying, yes, Mission X is possible. Mission X is here. Mission X is finally activated. They want to make their way to Rabat for the final of this Women's African Cup of Nations. The girls promised them that they would make it to the final, and yes, they were able to fulfill that promise, giving them a final ticket to the Women's African Cup of Nations for 2024. The fans were elated. We saw a lot of them coming in their numbers. They kept cheering the girls during the match. And I think the fans won this one for the Super Falcons of Nigeria, if you ask me. While the Super Falcons themselves, the players, they are excited. They've been able to get another one ahead of Banyana. Yes, unfortunate situation that happened during the game there with Gabriela Salgado. The girls were emotional about it. They were not happy that it happened like that. It felt like the win was just a cheap one for them. But it's what football is. They had to show their sportsmanship to South Africa at the end of the game, not being too excited about the win. But we're very satisfied that they've been able to book their ticket, deliver the final ticket to Nigerians, telling Nigerians that indeed Mission X is possible.
Onyinyechi, I must also mention the fact that you were at the press conference and you listened to Coach Justin Madugu. He'd been a man under pressure before this tournament. Some were not sure whether he was good enough to follow in the footsteps of Randy Waldrop. Do you feel that he's finally vindicated, or will it take winning the AFCON trophy before maybe the Nigerian football fans finally believe that Justin Madugu is the man?
Coach Justin Madugu is not flattered by the wins, but he says that whenever he goes into a match, it's to win, it's to prove to every single person that he was not a fluke in the first place. But he's not flattered by the win. But if I go by the judgment of the fans and their reactions on the stand, they say, come on, give him a contract, give it to him, he deserves it. He has been able to get our vote of confidence because we could see that he knows how to read the game. The Banyana coach, Desiree Elise, did get a better of Coach Justin Madugu in this encounter. But at the end, we could see that the tactical brilliance of Madugu played out in this encounter. His substitutions worked this time. Jennifer Echegini had a knock, and she had to be substituted. And he brought in, of course, Christine Chebe. And at the time, Alimatu Ainde was also feeling like she was not good enough to continue. She could not continue the game, but he brought in Deborah Abiodun there. That changed the whole line of the game. That changed every single thing. Remember the goal that Alozie scored? We had thought that it was Deborah Abiodun because of how she had to parry the ball in. But at what we saw from the Confederation of African Football, could see that it was Alozie. Alozie herself did not even know that she scored the goal. She thought it was Deborah Abiodun. And the announcer did announce number 13, Deborah Abiodun, as the goal scorer of that second goal for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. So for Coach Justin Madugu, I would say that he has gotten the vote of confidence from the fans. They believe that he is the man that can handle this team. He has been able to prove his worth from the group stage to the quarterfinal and now the semi-final. And come on, he has a final ticket this time around. So they are saying, they've been chanting, give him a contract. NFF, please give him a contract. That's what the fans were saying on the stands today.
Well, Tony, you have a question?
Yeah, well, when we're watching you, celebrating with the team from the stands, congratulations to the Nigerian journalists. I was at some point thinking that, are these the supporters club or are these the Nigerian journalists in Casablanca? So are you getting ready now for the trip to Rabat, where it all comes down in the final? And what's the thinking from the team? Are you guys monitoring that second game, Morocco against Ghana. Ghana leading by 1-0. And from the look of things, that game can, go either way. So are you guys looking forward to that? Do you have any preferred opponents in the final? Or you just want anybody, bring anybody, you're ready?
I would start off from cheering the girls. Yes, the supporters club were not able to make it here to Ladobi Zuli to come cheer the girls, and it was looking like the supporters club were only for the Super Eagles. That's what the Moroccan fans did say here, because they did not see any of them come cheer the girls. But we had to come in, step in, and then cheer the girls, sing all the songs we can find in the hymn of cheering players. That's what we are here to do, to cheer the girls, and I think that's been working for them. We've been able to make the Nigerian fans be the 12th man here in Ladobi Zuli. Now, for the game, for the final, it is 6-hour drive from Casablanca down to Rabat. It's going to be very hard nut to crack, because you have to spend 12 hours on the road going for the game. It's something we've been made for, we've been crafted for the fact that we have punched our way to the final of this competition. So it's going to be a long drive. The girls themselves are not really happy, because they've been here from the group stage down to the semi-final, and they've made Ladobi Zuli a home for them. They've been comfortable on this pitch. They've not been able to move away from this pitch. But it's the final. They are ready to go on that trip, to go for the final of this competition. The choice of opponents, who would not want a Jollof Derby? Everybody wants a Jollof Derby. They want Ghana, but they really want Morocco for a revenge for the fact that Morocco were the ones who ousted them from the ticket to the final in the 2022 Women's African Cup of Nations. But they still want a Jollof Derby. According to Asisat Oshoala, Jollof Derby, come on.
Yeah, I mean, interestingly, we seem to be on a revenge mission. Every team that beat us at the last edition, we are currently beating them. We beat Zambia, beat South Africa, and maybe Morocco, who knows, if they do come through. But I wanted to quickly bring you back to the proceedings at the Ladobi Zuli and this evening. Rasheedat Ajibade, let's talk about her. I mean, she's the most experienced player in that squad, or one of, right? And I mean, it was probably a brain fart moment, right?
Uncharacteristic error.
And she was having a good tournament until that happened. What was the reaction like, on the bench, even from the fans, when she considered that penalty?
All right, for Rasheedat Ajibade, yes, it was like from grass to grace for her. She was able to still make up for the performance when she cleared that ball from the goal line. The Nigerian fans were really, really happy and kept chanting her name for the fact that she saved us from conceding from the Banyana at the time where we lost concentration. We did not even know what happened at that time, what happened to Chiamaka Nnadozie, that she could not even concentrate at the back line of the fence there. But Rasheedat Ajibade came through. She cleared that ball for the Super Falcons of Nigeria, and that saved them 2 goals from the Banyana of South Africa. So I would say she was able to still make up for whatever performance that cost us in this encounter, this semi-final encounter against South Africa.
Okay, Onyenchi Obaro, thank you so much for joining us tonight in Casablanca. I'm sure there will be no sleep for Nigerians in the city tonight. They will continue to party hard into the night, because Nigeria has kept alive their hopes for Mission X and have qualified for a 10th, record-extending 10th final in the Women's Africa Cup of Nations. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, Onyenchi Obaro, all the way from Casablanca.